Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome back to Manor Lords, where we're cracking on with our lovely little first settlement here in Nusloch. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, we have a field of wheat and it has begun to grow. It seems like it grows through the winter and that's fine, sure, okay. I don't know actually how much we got last year. I think that's something we can clearly see anywhere. We can burn the field. I don't really get that. Nothing stored inside. There we go. Crop rotation. So we do wheat and then we're going to have a year off. That's fine. So I do think we need to look at field 2, especially if we're going to have a fallow field. So we could maybe do that. It gives them something to do if they want to start. I'm not sure. Let's go field. I find it a little tricky to see with snow. That's still really good, and then rye is still really good. Flax is not great. Barley's still, yeah, okay. I need to. For some reason, I just can't keep this in my head. I'm sorry. Like I don't store this information. So we can go along the side of the windmill here. That's probably okay for a second field. This path is a bit of a mess. Let's see if we can fix that. Okay, that's better, but I don't know. Sure, let's do something like that. Keeps it neat at least. Okay, so we'll build a field here. Emma fertility. It's going to come down here. It's going to come to... No way we can do that. No, it's going to come to there. There we go. Okay. Is this doable? Okay, there is okay. So let's go into the windmill there, I suppose. That's fine, I guess. Okay, cool. And then we'll make this so crop rotation. So this is doing wheat and then having a year off. So this needs to be wheat and wheat. And I think that'll do okay. We'll see what that looks like as we approach the start of the year. They might. I don't think they're going to come and do anything here in the winter, so that's fine. Here we're making bread. We're doing okay there. I don't know whether much of it is getting down here into the market yet. Let's have a look. Food variety has gone up. There is now bread and vegetables. Sorry, just taking a sip of tea. And eggs. We turned all of these into eggs, I think. Right? Eggs. But I don't really think there are some eggs sat there. I don't think we necessarily see much egg generated. There is eggs and eggs and eggs, but I don't know how many of them get down to here. It doesn't seem like enough, but that's okay. Even if they get them for themselves, I think that's fine. Obviously, there are other foods we can look at in the future. There's I think there's other foods we can look at. Let's have a look. What have we got food-wise? Crops. So there's crops. Yes, we don't worry about too much about that. Food. Here we go. So we had a -1 meat for a moment there. That's great. So, and it's winter, so stuff doesn't grow as much. That's fine. But we have vegetables, bread. We have a good number of bread, actually. I'm very happy with that. Berries, eggs, apples, and honey. So meat... I think the only way we get meat is from hunting. I don't think there is like a slaughterhouse or anything. Hides into leather. Yeah, I think at this point, maybe meat is something that we have to transport in because we barely make enough meat. I don't know if there is there a rich meat deposit? Is that something that's a thing? Wild animals of 20. Oh, there is one over there, look. Wild animals, rich deposit 40. So in some places there is perhaps more meat, but I still don't think it's anywhere near the sort of numbers we want it to be. But I suppose in this sort of time scale, in this sort of type of world, that meat would be the, it's a treat, right? Like, eggs and honey and bread and veg. Like that's a little bit more of a sort of standard food stuff, I think. So that's fine. I do think food-wise, even though the food variety isn't as high as I'd like, people are getting food. They're just not getting selections of food. So I do think we can still continue sort of bringing out options a little bit. We have a space here that is perfect for a burbage plot. We're going to produce that down to just one house. There we go. And build that. There we go. Stuff. And then as the snow melts a little, we can get a better view of what's going on with the world. The snow is beautiful, looks great. Does make it a little tricky to figure out what the hell's going on, though, to be honest with you. I'm very interested to see about honey. Let's just have another look here, because these points are becoming a little harder kept now. I do think this trapping perhaps wasn't the right idea. We can also do berry and just get more berries, doubles capacity. But again, I just don't know how berries are really doing much for us. Here's the beekeeping. Here is the plough. Here is the sheep breeding. That's the other one I think I would like, because that's going to give us another clothing option as well with the sheep breeding, and it makes the fields a lot better. And then orchardry. So we really need like 3 or 4 points before we can really move on. And then trade logistics, better deals, removes tariffs from foreign imports, effectively reducing all import prices by 10. I mean, that's fine. It's something I'm not too fussed about right now. We need 3 level 3 burbage plots, and we still aren't able to do that because we're not able to generate rye right now. So is that might be the thing that holds us back, because rye is over here. But it's resilient and therefore can be grown in places. Oh no, is it not rye? Oh, am I getting too totally mixed up? Hold on. Tavern sells ale. Industry. Barley to produce malt. Malt is ale. So barley. I always kept thinking it was rye. I'm getting so mixed up. Wait, farming. Barley. Right. So we have terrible barley. Is that a plus there? There's a tiny bit of a spot there for some barley. What about over this side? Man, this just does not want us making barley. So I think we have to put a little barley field here, because I think if we don't, we're going to really get stuck, because we need the tavern. So even if it's just a little barley field that we join up with flax, there's nothing good in between, because the only other thing we need to, so basically the dudes took the whole map out now, right? So we're only going to be able to move over to here with 2,000 influence. And at the moment, we're not really generating much influence. We're doing that through the tithe. But over here, I think this is all a lot better over here, right? I mean, look at that. We're making wheat for days. Flax is great. Barley's great. Right, I think we need to try and move up into this. But until we get more influence, I'm not really sure that we could do that for a while. Let's go into here. Taxes. We can up the tithe a little. It doesn't actually affect the approval loss. It's just going to affect the amount of food we have. So vegetables are coming in there. Bread's coming in thick and fast. We do have some eggs and berries now that the season is here again. So let's do that. Let's see if we can get up to 2,000 influence. And in the meantime, let's just see if we can keep people happy, and we can actually sort of start to finish this out as well, because this was something we held off on last time. So we're going to our castle planner. Somebody pointed out that this didn't have doors because it was meant to be attached to this. It may well have been, but it did actually add a door, and when you're out of the castle planner, there are like a little ladder down to it, so that's cool. So we haven't actually got to do much here. We just need to put this in and then path it off. There we go. And then there. Oops, sorry. Yeah, like that's pretty much all I want to do with this, really. There is the tax office as well that we can put in. But it is just for show currently, but I kind of want to do it just to kind of give us another building here. Oh my word, look at these birds. Kind of want to put it in just to sort of say that we had another building here. I kind of like that tree, so I'm going to see if I can keep the tree. We'll put the road access obstructed. Well, yes, I understand that. We can add a road, though, can't we? So we will commit to that, and then we'll come up here. No, can't do that while it's being built. Okay, well, we'll let that get built and see. Okay. Chickens for days here. Is there somebody moving in here? I really want to just keep upping eggs. We just never seem to have eggs, but I want us to hit the egg equilibrium. I don't know if we'll ever actually get there, but I want there to be eggs everywhere. Should we just make all these eggs? I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but I'm going to do it. It seems like a good use of our cash. Alright. You all make eggs. Okay. I mean, I don't know much about the caring of animals, but I was under the impression that a chicken makes an egg every day. And if there are... I mean, there are only 3 chickens, to be fair. It's not a huge amount of chickens, but 3, 6, 9... The goose drank wine. We should be making, like, a good... just a couple of dozen eggs a day at this point. And are people just eating them that much? Are you all greedy guts having an egg a day? It's not allowed. Okay, well, the market is what it is. It's looking nice. Granary over here. People. Yes, they're taking eggs. The only things they're not taking are the requirements for bread, which is fine. I mean, we do have some spare families. Do we get a family in the granary? Do we see if that helps with the food production? 85 is, it's pretty good. In the start of the year, the berry and meat stuff is pretty good. So we can come up to here now. It is literally the tavern we're waiting on. And like I say, I don't think, unfortunately, that's going to happen. Wheatfield and fallow. Wheat. Okay, next second year is fallow. Okay, is this right? Is this looking good? I think this is okay. Oven has got no bread in it. There's nothing stored there. And there's nothing stored there. So we are out of stuff to make bread right now. So I think what we really need is 3 fields with one of them being fallow at all times. So I mean, this road is just kind of just there to make that field look nice. So we could get rid of that. But what we're going to do is bring this. Are we not snapping to roads right now? Is that just not an entrance to a road? Yeah, it is, look. I'm going to build that there. It's kind of give us this whole sort of dead spot here, but sure. But we'd be better off doing something like that. Okay. I don't like that big gap there, but maybe it's fine. Let's get a 3rd field on the go. And now, Emma, we're doing good. Flax, rye is very good. But we can't make rye. So we're going to go Emma. It takes up to there. We don't want it to be too big. That should be fine. So now this will be... So we have... So currently fallow and fallow next year. So this one has to be fallow in the 3rd year. So this is wheat and wheat. Okay. Right. So that's pretty much all we can do in this place, because now at this point we really need the beer. So what happened with this malt house? We did try and do this, didn't we? Malt house, there's nothing inside. I don't think these guys ever came to work. Let's have a look. We have no wheat, we have no flax, we have no rye. So something's happened with the rye. Shoes, herbs, firewood, meat, veg, apples, honey. We're actually -2 on timber. Have they finally moved all the timber around from places? There's still some there. But they moved this one, that's good, so our tavern can go here now. So they are slowly moving. This is This is not surplus. We want to look at the proper numbers. 48 timber. There's just none in stories. That's fine. Leather, hides, grain, flour. Malt is 0. So what happened to it then? We bought some rye. We did. I know we did. We bought some malt. We bought some rye and we turned it into malt. Tithe paid, goods given away, 42 bread. Is that a lot? No, I think that's okay. That's okay. We need to get that to 2. When that gets to 2,000, we could probably bring it back down a little bit, but they've got nothing to do. I know they have it because there's no rye, but I'm getting so confused. Okay, our influence is trickling in slowly. We've done a little bit of expansion, just a few houses here and there. And we have a decent sort of population now set up, running things. And also the increase in eggs has finally got us to decent food variety. It's actually bread that we're suffering from because we had a pretty poor yield off this one, having done it a couple of times. It's now having a fallow year. And that's pushing the fertility up. It was like 0 when we got it, and we got like 12 loaves off it, basically. But this has got 20% fertility, and this one's got 30%. Not great. Obviously, when we can, we will look at bringing in the sheep breeding. I don't necessarily need the heavy plough. I think sheep breeding is probably the way to go straight away, just to get the fertility of the few we have up. Also, that thing that keeps saying policies available, I did find it. It's here. But the policies we can choose from are terrible. Hunting grounds. Wild animals on rich deposits breed twice as fast at the cost of 50% reduction in yields from crops. And then citizens skip every 5th meal, reduces filled consumption but decreases approval. I mean, I don't want to do either of those. We have enough food, they don't need to skip a meal, and we don't have a rich wild animal deposit. We're actually making crops here, so neither of those I want, and I'm going to ignore them both. I had a look online, and apparently taking the influence... Using influence to take a zone will result in a fight, and that's not something we're really ready to look at doing yet. So I thought we would sort of test our mettle and see about how we get on with fighting. So I think we might look at a bandit camp, although when I come down to these things, there's actually nobody around them. Maybe we only see them once we've zoned in. That's a windmill and a granary there. That's interesting. So just having a better idea of how the army works, I think, is a good idea. So we came into the manor here, and we came down to army. Oh, this all got finished as well, looking great. So we have our retinue, which is our like 5 dudes that live here in the manor, and we have a spear militia. So we are going to rally these guys, and we're going to rally them over to... Where's that camp again? Over here, isn't it? Here. You better run over to it and block yourself. Make sure you have a logging camp before placing more buildings. We have a logging camp, do we not? Here is our logging camp. There's 29 logs there. Got it. Is that because it wanted to... Because I was trying to put it into an area over here, maybe? I don't know. But still, where are we going to... We're going to come to this camp here. So let's meet on the hill. These guys as well. Moving your units. Alright. We'll figure it out. We're going to get everyone. We added... What do we add? Resources added to inventory. Meat. Running out of food. Vegetables and... What? I don't think we're running out of food. Oh. Actually, there's not much food in there. Maybe we've expanded a little much. That's okay. We'll figure it out. We're just going to have a look. Combat strength of units depends on many factors. Stances, morale, fatigue, effectiveness. Cool. But we have our guys. There's only 3 dudes here. Where's the rest of you? Balanced. Is the rest of you over here? Hiding in this tree? I don't know why. Oh yeah, there was 2 hiding in the tree. Cool. Okay, you ready, gang? Let's roll out. We are going to come to... Where is it? Here. We're going to come to here. Get walking. Hopefully that doesn't fatigue you too much. I can't see any bandits here. Yeah, we just did a thing. While searching through the enemy belongings, you find a stash of goods. They could be sent to your people, who surely need them, though. It is your right to keep it. Samros is the nearest town. This belongs to my treasury. No, resources nearest town. We're regional wealth gained. Oh, cool. Well, there was nobody there. Does that mean we can come and do the next one? I mean, I did make it so that like bandits wouldn't attack our houses because it's bugging out for me. But I didn't realise it would mean there was just no bandits, full stop. Okay. So it isn't really letting us do much of what we wanted. It's not actually gaining us any influence as well, annoyingly. I was hoping it would. Okay, well... How do we disband you? This is can't be disbanded outside home region. That sounds fine. Well, you come back over here then. Well, good job. We got some coin for the town, and then food, eggs and vegetables. Yeah, it's we had a really bad yield of bread, so that makes sense that we have none. But we have 2 fields here coming in, 74 and 21. Like that's a good amount of. That's a good amount. Are you guys back yet? Where are you? No, you're making your way. It's a long way. I know. But all I need you to do is clear those things out for a bit of cash. Do we just buy a load of beer? Is that what we have to do? That might be what we have to do. Let's see. Let's bring these in here and we'll disband them. You did a great job, gang. Thanks. Disband. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Spear militia 20. Yeah, there we go. But you can go back to work now, kiddos. Good job. Thanks for the effort. Alright, so off they go. We are in April, so it's going to be a while since we see any wheat, unfortunately, but we are hopefully generating wheat. Okay, let's have another look at this trading post then, because I really want to get beer on the go. Crops. Barley. Establish trade route. After paying to establish a trade route, a dedicated traveling merchant will regularly visit your region to trade only this specific good. I see, and that's more often than not then, is it? Food. Crafting materials, because we can bring it in as malt, which is 42. Do we do that rather than trying to process it? It's not much cheaper. Barley. No, we're gonna do it properly. We're gonna import barley, and we always want to have 40 barley. I mean, that seems like a lot, but let's do that and see what happens. Import barley. Okay, so we'll now see what that looks like. And I'm going to watch this number for barley to go up, and then we'll see if Malthouse kicks in. We have 40 barley. The Malthouse is transporting. What are you transporting? You are transporting malt, and you are crafting, and you are making malt. Good. We have malt. Now then. This must now look at becoming a brewery. Can we do it here? We can. Upgrade to level 2. We're gonna. I think we did have this one here originally, but we're gonna do this one here. We're going to keep this process very close in. That costs us a lot of money, but it's okay. Because as soon as we can generate level 3 here, we're going to be able to cook on gas. Alright, that goes there. Shouldn't take too long, I hope. Still feeding those chickens, that's good. Malt, is Malt moving over to here? That's fine. Happy for Malt to be there, actually. This can hopefully get finished pretty quickly. What do you need? Just some wood? Yep, that's no problem there. And that'll get finished off. Beautiful. It now needs tavern supply. You're going to supply the tavern, young man. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to open this up. We're going to make you into a brewery. Let's see what that looks like. I like this homes having the extensions on them because I feel like that's quite realistic. One thing I've never really loved in these kind of games, it makes sense for a lot of stuff like logging camps, being out of town or whatever, but a lot of these games, the concept of a commute is quite a newer thing, really. The idea of people leaving their homes to go and work somewhere, more often than not, it's just this. The person who makes the beer lives above where they make the beer. That's just kind of how these things go. So now this is going to hopefully start generating some. It has malt there. Let's see if it makes beer, because it should just make beer and sit on it, to be honest with you. There is ale now, ladies and gentlemen. We have ale. Let's build somewhere for the ale to be drank. That's going to be in here. Oh, come on, it's we measured this. We didn't measure this. I feel like it's just a space thing. Yeah, okay. Well, it's got to be where it goes. Like, it's just the perfect spot for it. So we need to make it work. The way we make it work is by moving this stable to slightly down the hill. The horse is a good horse is very well behaved. And we're going to come in here. We're going to remove this road. Oh, that takes it all the way down, eh? My goodness. Okay, well, let's pause the game for a second because this is going to break what we're doing. Okay, where were we? There we go. Okay, taking around these bushes. There we go. And then basically come down here, and hopefully that's just enough. Yeah, baby. We want it right here on the corner, really. Boom. And then, I mean, we could sneak a cheeky house in here, I feel. Road access obstructed. Is it? Yeah, there we go. There's a house there. Yep, so that's good. And that can become the tavern owner, basically. Lives there. I like it. This thing's going up pretty swiftly. I love that as well. We'll have beer, folks. We'll have beer. What have you got here? You got a load of beer sat for us? No. Where's the beer gone? I hope it's just gone to a storehouse. Oh, no. Granary. Yes, there are 9 ales sat in there. That's excellent. Costs us a lot of money to make those 9 ales, but hopefully it's just enough that we can go bloop, bloop, bloop and make 3 big houses, and then we can start generating our own rye. Our own, not rye. Oh, I constantly get it mixed up. What is it? Barley. Barley. Okay. This looks fine. This is going quite nicely. This house just sort of adds on to the tavern, really. I don't mind that at all. That's done. And now the tavern's done. Look at that. We're going to get somebody working in there straight away. Get some good old healthy beer. And then I'm hoping people come and move into here nice and quickly. And then whoever's living here can work the tavern. I hope. The game might not let us do that straight away. It might move somebody random in because Let's be honest, it's probably going to do these. Where do they live? All the way down there. I mean, that's not awful. But, I mean, really, this is the family we want to work in the tavern. So, but we can fix that. We can force them into that. At the moment, there's nobody there. So 60, that just ordered 60. What did that buy us? 60 bought us 5 barley. I mean, it isn't much, but it's something, I guess. Not enough funds to import. Yeah, that's fine. We're just buying as much as we can at the moment. It really is like a stopgap, honestly. Just until we get this figured out. There should be some beer sat in here now. There is. It seems to be going pretty quick. Somebody's moved in here now, which is great. So now we can come to here. It's just a dude on his own. We can say, hey, you're going to work. Actually, let's... No, we come off that. No, we'll take them both away. And then come in here and then say, you're going to work at the tavern. There we go. And now we know that this guy is super close and he can come over here, do what he needs to do. And there's a family here now. And they're transporting, they're moving beer around, and there's no beer in here. There's 23 beer in here. Oh, nice. That all needs to get moved down here, guys. Let's get on it. All right, cool. Now, do these now have tavern supply? Yes, they don't have food store supply. Beautiful. That's so we've got to wait for bread, haven't we? Basically, because we've got eggs and veg, berries and meat. Just is never going to be enough. How far off are we making this? 73. We will have bread. We will have copious amounts of bread by the end of the year. And then basically we're going to try and force 3 houses up just to level up, just so that we can click... I don't even know what it is I want to do. What do we want to do? Sheep breeding. That's right. We need to make our wheat better. So we can generate a ton of bread, and then we can sell bread to fund beer. I mean, it's the same thing basically. We're selling liquid yeast. No, we're selling solid yeast to buy liquid yeast. So, you know, it is what it is. But here's the brewery's cooking. It's doing well. Let's take a look. Yeah, the malt's being moved to there. The malt is generated from the malt house over here. Barley's going in. Malt's coming out. It has nothing stored inside, which is a slight worry, but there are literally 32 of them here. So please, folks, move the beer. Do they just literally just sit there with 1 beer at a time? I'm going to imagine that's a barrel and feel a little bit less bad about it. 12. What did that buy us? 1 barley or something, I guess. What have we got here? Months of supplies, 2 months of food. Yeah, we really need this this wheat to pop off for us this year. Okay, so the way this seems to work then is that they harvest in September, then they plough until the end of the year, and then that's the end of that. So actually, they didn't quite make it to the end of here or to the end of here. So we'll get less crops next year now because of that. I actually stuck an extra family in here as well. It didn't seem to matter. Then once the winter hits and that's done, then they'll start generating grain, which in turn comes to the windmill to start generating flour, which in turn comes to the oven to start generating bread. All of that happens pretty quickly, but it doesn't happen until the end of the year. So now we will see that bread starts coming in and going out again very quickly, but we really need to get that process every year, and missing a year or having a bad crop year or whatever really throws that back, because if you look at our marketplace, our food variety is way down because it's basically just vegetables, and because we didn't have bread, people have been eating heavier on the eggs and meat and berries, I think. So really we need bread and vegetables to be static and stable so that the eggs and also to a lesser extent the berries and meat can be a sort of luxury third food. That's kind of the play there, I think. But hopefully now we'll have a good year of bread here. The communal oven should start to churn it out. We can also look at taking one of these smaller ones here and turning it into a bakery extension eventually, which produces the bread sort of double the rate, basically. I think one flour to 2 bread rather than 1 to 1, which it is currently, but that is something we have to unlock up here. So I do think probably heavy plough, sheep breeding is still the way to go. The fact of the matter is that this hasn't quite filled in again, but that isn't the problem. It's really getting this up past this 27, and I'm hoping sheep can do that. I hope that the sort of these numbers, so to speak, I hope these aren't hard numbers, basically. It doesn't look like they are. This looks like it changes. Yeah, this definitely looks like it's changing. So there's a base level, which is fair. But then all these little blobs here weren't good. So this is a wheat field here that's going to have pretty terrible turnaround this year. We definitely need sheep, I think. But really, until we've got bread coming down to the market consistently, food variety is now up because of that bread. That's awesome. Is there any chance now we can look at turning these into set 3? That's good. But we just don't have the revenue for it. In that case, the granary has got plenty of ale. We are going to stop the trade of barley for a bit. I did knock that right down to just 5, but for now at least there's a few months worth there. So basically we are just going to, as soon as these come up, we're going to click 1. It's the food stall supply is what's really getting us. That's so great. That's level 2. And we can maybe do 1, 2, 3 here. That would be really great. And hopefully that's enough. They are all done. Residential. Okay, let's go. Level 3. We'll do 1. We'll see what it looks like. I'm assuming it's just going to be a slightly fancier roof. It's the cobblers, so they're doing great work. They're already providing shoes for the city. I think they're for the town. I think it's a perfectly acceptable. There's quite a big. Oh my goodness, there's quite a big building happening here. Oh my word. Wow, that's quite a huge upgrade. I dig it. That's getting done as well. And like I say, I don't love the idea of doing this, but I feel like we're pushing it a little, and we can go straight to level 3 there. I think we probably do. And then this is still level 1. I think we go straight to level 2 here, and I think we do these 3 houses here, and that's going to give us the numbers here to hit the level 3. This is stopped. What does it stop for? It just needs some timber. That's fine. Planks and roof tiles we have absolute abundance of. Oh, wow. Look at this. Oh, right. So this is going to turn into like a proper sort of street at this point. Oh, wow. I kind of love it. I have no idea what this is. I don't love that being there, but we'll see. Oh, wow, I really want this to be done. Are we doing for timber now? Yeah, we're doing fine. We've got plenty of timber. Food supplies are just low. I'm really hoping this food... Oh, the food variety, all the bread's gone out. Oh, my goodness. Is that it? Did we make bread? All the bread's gone from there. Okay, wow, that's it. That's your year of bread. Where was the granary that we put in place for this? Was it up here? Granary. There's a lot of flour there. Communal oven, let's go, baby. Let's make some bread. What's going on? Where are you? Transporting. What are you transporting? Oh, we don't actually have a builder family. I wonder if that's why people are building. No, they're moving bread over there, right? What's up with you? You're sick. We have too many people doing stuff and not enough working. So who can we knock off for a bit? Planks. We're fine on planks. Saw pit. Oh, there's actually nobody working the saw pit. Woodcutter's Lodge. We have a lot of firewood, but we need somebody working. No. The granary, the storage will cover that. Okay, we need these houses. Oh, I love this. This is such a huge upgrade. I just assumed they would be slightly bigger. This is like a full medieval street right now. This is amazing. Oh, we're going to have to really bear this in mind as we build stuff, because at the moment we're probably... Like here, for instance... Well, that's the house there now, but like here, for instance, we're gonna have a big open space opposite the market, whereas that should probably be houses. We should probably knock this out and rebuild it the other way, so that there's some houses here. Maybe we'll see. I don't know whether it's needed or not. The cobbler shop is in. That's good. They needed a 4 stalls supply, but it's built, so it doesn't matter. They can't. I don't think it'll go back down unless this is really terrible. They need some logs, and then this one is being level 2'd. So as soon as this is level 2'd, we will level 3 it, I hope. Requirements not met. What requirement do you need? It's the food supply, and we're already out of bread. We need to make bread while the sun shines. There's 108 flour sitting there. Come on, folks. Let's get some bread cooking, please. Look at that. These are so cool. Look at these little archways and stuff. Oh, wow. I can't wait to build the whole town full of stores like that. That's awesome. So what do we need to do now? 20, 11, and 10, 10, 10. That's huge. So the level 3 ones are going to take us a long time to get to, but at least it means we can do something about these farms up here. Now, I was going to click sheep breeding. I've had a read. Sheep grazing on pastures slowly multiply. It's not what we want. Fertilization is the one we need. Allows us to use fallow fields as pastures, which rapidly restores lost fertility. So we need the heavy plow, basically. So we're going to click heavy plow, and then we can move up to fertilization eventually. But at least the heavy plow means we can handle more fields. So at the moment we're doing 2 and 1. If we get this up to 5 and have a rotating 2 always be fallow, is that how? No, because we can only do 3 years, can't we? So, but yeah, we'll have to try and make 2 fallow. That's fine, and they sort of rotate around. I think that's going to be the way to go about it. But we'll have to do it in the next episode because this one's taken a while to get there. Like, we have sneaked in these tiny little houses here. We're probably not really ready for them. Because the other thing I didn't notice is these open like 4 family plots as well. So like just opening these has made more people. Luckily, the marketplace is back up to where it needs to be now that we're producing bread. We are very quickly going to make sure that we've got a lot of bread coming in from the farm next year, and then bread and veg is going to be what carries us forward in the future. As long as the bread and veg supply seems to be good, it seems that eggs can keep up as well. And then, meat is trickling up, but usually goes out before the end of the year. But overall, I think that's pretty solid. So what did we actually do this episode? We finished off the manor for now, at least. We sort of expanded this way and this way a little bit. We got the tavern built. We figured out some more fields, and then we got the beginnings of our sort of main street. Oh my god, look at this. This has got to be the thumbnail. I absolutely adore it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Till the next one, be good.